This is Le Bathtube, the S35 CA, the French tank destroyer. A lot of people struggle in this tank, and a lot of people absolutely hate this tank and think it's just pants. Is it because the tank is pants, or is it because they just don't know how to play it? Well, let's have a look. Hello again everybody and welcome back to Fujit's Blitz, and today we're going to be looking at the S35 CA, Le Bathtube, the French Tier 5 TD. Now, as I said in the info, a lot of people don't like this tank. In fact, it's got a really bad reputation. Why? Well, it's a tricky tank to get to grips with, especially at Tier 5. First and foremost, let's have a look at its HP. Here's the armor. This is what it looks like. It does look like a bathtub, and as you can see, it hasn't got the best armor in the world. It's got about 570 hit points. This is without all the add-ons. This is just stock. And, you know, it's a big green monster. This is it looking at a KV-1, but if you notice, it's not too bad side scraper. The other thing that a lot of people don't realize in this tank, it's a really good hold down type tank. But let's have a look at it in more detail. Okay, so your hit points are only 570. Your view range is less than 250. Your damage, well, your DPM on your standard AP is 1599, which gives you a penetration of about 135, and you're going to be dishing out, you know, high-end alpha about 225. If you then stick in the APCR, you do a damage of 190, but your pen goes up to 175. HE, well, you're going to be doing damage of 270. Reload time, well, you're going to be doing just over 7 rounds a minute, which gives you a reload of just shy of 8.5 seconds. Aim time is shy of 2 seconds, and the gun depression is a good 9 degrees. This is an okay tank. You need to understand it's a TD and it's pretty lightly armoured. Mobility wise, well, it's a fixed turret TD. It's got a good turn of speed. It's not that bad, and the gun is pretty good. I mean, as you can see here, we've already dished out 200 damage, we've taken a kill. You stick it in the right place and you play it sensibly, it's actually not a bad tank, even though it really is a bathtub. The problem that people face with this tank is they don't truly understand it. It is actually a really nice all-round TD. As I said, it's got great maneuverability. I mean, the way I just turned it then, look at that, you can ram the tanks. I ram the AMX, I've put an HE into him. It's not that bad. People just don't like it, and they don't like it because they don't understand it. I personally think the gun is fantastic. You couldn't ask for a better gun, honestly. Okay, it's not Stug fantastic, but it is a fantastic gun. The reload is reasonable, the damage is average, but because of the reload, you have got the opportunity and the ability to dish out quite a fair bit. And this is why I love this tank. If you stick it in harm's way, of course, every man and his dog is going to pen you. But if you manage to hold down it and keep it at a reasonable distance, it's actually a fun tank to get to grips with. It's not as bad as people think. I mean, we did 4 kills in this game. We did just over 1500 damage. We bounced nothing. We did okay. Okay, we get a second class. We get quite a few amount of credit. We're the top tank. I like this tank, oddly enough. And a lot of people slate it. And I don't think it deserves to be slated. I think it just deserves to be understood. And once you understand the mechanics of this thing, you can do really well in it. Now, I was having a look at the top players on Blitz stuff. There are people churning out over 3,000 damage in this thing, guys. They're knocking out 7 kills. So it's a tank that you can really do well in. It's not even on the list of worst tanks. I mean, my win rate in this is about 60-odd%. It's a good tank to have a decent win rating. Okay, I've only done shy of like 70 games, But when you do 70 odd games and your win rate in it is around the 60 odd mark, that ain't bad. Well, I don't think it is anyway. And I think people just misunderstand it. And it's a shame, really, because, as I say, it's a really, really nice tank. And it is a nice tank. But you've got to give it a bit of... Actually, my win rate for today alone is 75%. And all these games are from today. So you can do well in it. You just need to understand it. And this is one of the problems that I find with Blitz. And some of the newer players, they rush through. Yeah, I've got a 61.5% win rate in it overall. The new players rush through these tanks because they want to get to the other tanks, and then they just don't like them, and they don't understand them. They don't take the time to understand them, and this is a problem because in order to get good at this game, I hate to tell you this, guys, but you need to do a little bit of research. You need to get onto things like Blitz Hanger and Armor Inspector to understand the tank, to understand how to play the tank. You know, if you want to just roll out and hope for the best, then that's up to you. But you won't be that successful. You'll be partly successful. If you really want to really master these tanks and get good in them, then you need to do that research. You need to get onto Blitzhanger and Armor Inspector to understand the mechanics of this thing. And as you can see, once you understand it, it's a beautiful tank to play. Actually, it really is a lovely tank to play at tier 5. Okay, so it sticks out like a big sore thumb because it is tall. I mean, it is basically a bathtub on top of a blimmin' Charby chassis. But that's not the point. It's a TD. You know, as you can see here, I've not camped in it. I've been rolling around the battlefield. I'm doing, you know, I've got 3 kills already. I've done shy of 1500 damage. Okay, I'm not setting the world on fire. I agree. But I'm surviving. And I'm doing well. And I'm really assisting my team. And that's the idea of the game, guys. And I'm having a good time. Oh, there's a big... Bye-bye. You know, 4 kills, 1500 damage. We bounce nothing, but that's not a big problem. We get another second class. Oh, 1600 damage. We get another second class. But this is what I want to show you. I mean, I didn't ace this thing this morning, to be honest with you. But I went out, and all these games are one after a row. And I went out, and here we are on Dead Rail. I thought, oh, I'll camp a little bit and see what I can do. And as you can see, the gun is pretty accurate. You stick it in the right place, you will get, you won't struggle to pen. Okay, I'm running it with calibrated shells at the moment. And I've got no, I haven't got the camo net on it. And as you see, look, it's a good gun. The reload's reasonable, it's pretty fast. The accuracy is not too bad. Although in a minute that, you know, I miss a sitter on a DW2, but that's not the problem. You know, we still get there. I'm camping at the moment. I'm just farming damage. I can see that we've got a full team. They've got a full team. So there's no reason for me to YOLO. There's no reason for me to get ultra aggressive in this thing. I've got pants armor. I know that. I know I'm paper thin. So I need to make the other team make a mistake. It's as simple as that. So what we're doing here is, I mean, there you go. It's absolutely wayward. So here they go. They're going to start making mistakes soon. They want to push. You've got the Panzer 3-4 pushing there. I'm not going to get a hope and a house chance of getting onto him. He's gone. We've lost 2 tanks. They've lost 1 tank. Can't get to the SU. Now I can see there's a BDR. An AMX is just gone. So now we've both lost 2 tanks. They're pushing. And this is what I was waiting for. Because as soon as they push, then I can push too. So I'm going to stick it here, hold down, and I've got 3 shots onto this BDR. And as you can see, I can pen almost every part of that tank. And this is what this tank is designed to do. Another massive roll into him. My teammate in the SU takes him out. I can see there's 3 tanks there. There's the DW, there's the little Leo, and there's the T30. There's the Type 34. The Leo is pushing. He's being ultra aggressive. So I'm going to go round this rock. Hopefully he's behind. There you go. Whack one into his backside. Perfect. Now I'm going to push this way. I know they're coming round. Look at the turn ability on this. Maneuverability is great. Bounce from the Type 34. Take him out. Now I'm bouncing the DW. Don't know why the DW suddenly decides to bug out. Big mistake on the part of the DW there. Don't know why he did that. Maybe he was more scared of the SU than he was me, but he's made a mistake because the turn of speed on this thing isn't bad. And look at this, you know, I tried to track him, didn't track him, stick it in the engine instead. Now he's going to turn back round. He's a one-shot for me. I've still got most of my hit points. He's not going to kill me. I can waste him. We've just taken out 3 tanks in quick succession, all because they made a mistake. And this is what you need to understand when you're driving tanks like the S35 CA. Don't push. Wait for them to make a mistake. Now the SU has got to push. He's got no choice. It's 2 against 1. He is still looking very healthy. I know I can take 1 shot from him and my reload is a lot better than his. So I'm going to park here, stick one into his front, try and reverse back. He's going to get me, didn't get the bounce. He's now a 1-shot. I'm a 1-shot, he's a 1-shot. My reload is a lot quicker than his. Pull away a little bit, stick it into his front. We end up doing just shy of 2,500 damage. We bounce 250. We only get a first class, but look at the way we played the game. And this is the idea of this tank. You know, 2,300, we get a shed load of credits, we kill 4 tanks, we got some decent XP. We did well. And this is why I like this tank. It's a tank that makes you calm down and it makes you learn the game correctly. And that's what it's all about, guys. Anyway, I hope this review's been interesting and useful. I know a lot of people will probably, the newer guys out there, will be grinding this tank at some stage. Look at that top tank. We did really well there. Took half their hit points from the red team. This has been the review of the S35 CA, a tank that is underloved in my opinion, but it doesn't deserve to be. Anyway, if you've got any decent replays, send them again to the usual address, fujitsblitz@gmail.com. Please press comment or like, and please subscribe. And until the next time, stay safe out there, have fun on the battlefield, and happy tanking, guys. Because seriously, that is what it's all about. Rolling out and having fun. That's all it's about. You don't need to get ultra frustrated. If you want to get good at this game, as I say, get onto Blitz Aime, get onto Armor Inspector, learn the tanks, and you will have a lot of fun.